Welcome back to the channel where we give you world-class videos on remodeling your homes, your kitchens, your bathrooms. We cover tiling, flooring, engineering disasters. We do tool reviews. We do shop with me's. Today we have a very special video for you. Today we're going to show you my top 10 strategies for gathering up all of these goodies here. Look at these hard to find COVID-19 related items. Now I know you're probably looking here in disgust at me going, dang Jeff, how did you get all of that stuff? You're probably looking at all of this and going, man, I can't even find one of the items on this list, and you have the entire table full there. We are also going to show you painful mistakes to avoid. These are painful mistakes that I've already made so that you don't have to. Hey, look people, they don't call me Prince Charming for nothing. Before we start though, I do want to ask that you share this video with everybody you know. Share it with all your friends because this information is so valuable, you will be their hero. I lied to you, okay? I know the title says there's 10 tips, but I've actually got a few more for you. So if you hang out to the end, see, I've added a few more bonus tips for you at the end. Tip number 1, be in line at the store a half hour to an hour before it opens. Well, you know what they say, folks, the early bird catches the worms, right? So don't pick random times to go to the store. Don't just show up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Everything's long gone by then. You're gonna be walking around complaining, thinking that, oh, none of the stores ever have anything in stock. But look at this, take a look around you. I'm living proof that the stuff's in stock. You wanna be at that store at a time that maximizes your exposure to a target-rich environment of these COVID-19 related products to be in stock. So you're looking at probably 2 of the hardest items to currently find right now, the Lysol spray and any type of disinfectant wipes. So how do you know when that sweet spot time is to be there? Most of these stores get their deliveries overnight or early in the morning before they open. When I'm camped out outside Sam's Club at 7:30, 8 a.m. in the morning, I can see the big 40-foot trucks driving in and going around the back and dumping off their load. So that's when you want to be there. That's how you maximize it. So remember, when these stores receive a delivery of something like these disinfectant wipes, it's usually going to be a small amount, a few cases, maybe a pallet, and that's it. And those will sell out between a half hour and 60 minutes after they open. That's why you need to be there right when it opens and be that early bird to catch that worm. But I can tell you, when I was in there last Friday and picked up this canister of wipes here, this actually came in a 4-pack from Sam's Club, okay? When I was in there and I was about the 3rd person in line when the store opened, there was a pallet of about 80 packages of 4 sitting there. So that means that line of people that's going around the store, only the first 80 people in the door are going to be guaranteed to get one of these. So in short, you want to make sure you're one of those first people in the door. And hey, what if your store only got a couple of cases and maybe there's only 20? Then you got to make sure you're in that first batch of 10 or 20 people in the door there. Otherwise, no soap for you. Tip number 2, avoid Seniors Day like the plague that it is. Certain stores, for example, might pick Tuesday and Thursday as days where seniors, people like age 60 or 65, can get in the door and shop before you an hour earlier. So for example, the Walmart near my house opens at 7 a.m. Seniors can get in and shop from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Disinfectant wipes in stock, it's going to be gone by the time I get in at 7. I avoid Seniors Days because you're pretty much guaranteed to not get anything. You don't want to be going into a store an hour after they open. You want to be going into a store the second they open. Tip number 3, bring a senior with you and go in on Seniors Day. Now you're probably thinking, whoa, hold on a minute there, Jeff. You just got done telling us to avoid Seniors Day. Why are you now recommending us to go in on Seniors Day? Well, it's different. So this is an asterisk. Go on Seniors Day if you have somebody with you that's 65 and older that can get you in the door. Because all the other ones, they're going to be walking in with canes, wheelchairs, maybe not walking as fast. But if you're younger and you're going with somebody that's 65, as soon as you're in the door, you make a beeline for the disinfectant wipes. And you'll beat everybody to the punch for sure. Okay, now what if you don't have a senior to get you in early? You just go by the cemetery, you dig up grandma and grandpa, all right? You bring them into the store with you, you prop them up, you make it look like they're alive, just like Weekend at Bernie's. The only disadvantage about going in on Seniors Day, you know, even with a senior, is that you got to get up early. So for this Walmart near my house to open at 6, I mean, you got to be up at 5 o'clock or 5:30 and be ready to get right out that door and head over there instantly. And now some of them have seniors hours from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. like Costco Costco does, and Sam's Club near me, for example, does, I think, from 7:30 until 9. And on those days, you know, unless you have a senior with you, you don't want to be in there. Tip number 4, know the schedule of all of your stores that you plan to visit. Sometimes store hours and everything have changed. Sometimes they'll have a sign outside their door. The signs might even be outdated. So the best way to find out really is to go to the store itself and just ask the employees when you enter, what are the hours? You know, what time do you open tomorrow? What time do you open till today? Don't always trust the times that you see when you Google, like, what are Target hours near me? Yeah, I see you on your mobile phone there trying to go, hey, Google, where can I find disinfectant wipes near me? Knowing the exact hours of when your store opens is crucial. I've been in line so many times and I've seen people show up not knowing, oh, the store's not open yet. I thought they were open. Oh, I gotta wait an hour now. Just today I was waiting in line at Sam's Club and I saw 2 elderly people, 2 different people show up with canes, limping around. Thought today was Senior's Day when it wasn't. It was yesterday. They were like totally distraught, and I feel bad for people when that happens, but it happens every day. Don't be that person that it happens to. Hey, one other thing too, make sure you pay it forward, folks. So if you get a big score like this at the wholesale, hey, break up some of this and give it away to people you know in need. That's what I'm doing today. I'm taking a lot of this and making my deliveries today of people I know, people from our church who are shut-ins or elderly or disabled, and they just can't even make it out to the stores, let alone on Senior's Day. Tip number 5, be persistent. Hey, look, all these strategies I'm showing you here today, they do work. They don't work 100% of the time. It doesn't mean they're flawed. It just means we're setting you up for your best possible chance of catching any of this stuff in stock if, that's a big if, it was on the truck that came in this morning or late last night. Okay, so right now we're seeing about a 50% success rate here. So if you show up at Costco wholesale, or if you show up at Sam's Club or Target or Walmart today at 7 a.m., you wait in line for an hour and a half and the door opens and there's nothing there. Hey, look, that happened to me today. Don't lose any sleep over it. It's gonna happen, all right? It's just a warm-up for you, but be persistent, folks, because your day will come. It's not a waste of time to camp out in front of the store for an hour or an hour and a half before they open. Some people bring chairs. I tell people, look, if you want, you know, bring a computer, bring your phone. I'm doing work on my phone while I'm there. I'm busy ordering stuff and supplies and tools for doing my next tool review videos and stuff like that. Always actively busy. I'm not just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. And also, bring some breakfast with you. Tip number 6, gather inventory intelligence and other insider info from the store employees while you're in there. Hey, do you remember that awesome movie called Wall Street from 1987 with Michael Douglas? He had that great saying in there that I still remember to this day. And he says, hey buddy, if you're not inside, you're outside. Hey, look people, this doesn't just happen by happenstance. It happens because I plan things, because I'm an engineer and I do things the engineering method. So just like a country going into war, they don't just go in and start shooting. They gather a lot of intelligence on the situation and the status on the ground. And that's what you need to do too. So I'm constantly going up to the employees and saying, hey, you know, do you have sanitation wipes? Do you have hand sanitizer? What day does your truck come in? What time does it normally come in? When was the last time you saw it in here? When do you think would be my best chances of scoring it if I came in? You know, those kinds of questions. So that's how I found out that the Walgreens near my house gets a truck in on Tuesday, and they told me that sometimes the truck comes in late on Tuesday and doesn't get unloaded until early Wednesday morning, so your best chance is to come in on Wednesday. Today's Wednesday morning, folks, okay? So I showed up at Walgreens this morning, and look what I got there. I got alcohol. I got these 2 here, the hand sanitizers. Now, they didn't have any wipes, but they did have toilet paper. I already have plenty of toilet paper, didn't need it. But you can see it was plentiful when I showed up because I listened to the employees. I gathered my intelligence and put it to work. Uninformed people lose out, all right? They're losers. People like you and me that are smart and gathered the intelligence, we're the ones that reap the bounty. And so remember, folks, with your intelligence gathering skills, I want you to keep in mind that some of the best battles are won before they're even fought. So remember, you don't want to wait until you're in line at the store and going inside to find out whether or not your chances are likely that you're going to find wipes there. You want to have this type of intelligence ahead of time, people, to better your chances. You want to be ahead of the curve. You don't want to be behind the curve, choking on the tailwind. Tip number 7, ask the employees of the store if they have the item you're looking for behind the counter. This is quite a powerful strategy that I've been using to my enrichment over the last few days. So for example, we get our groceries at Publix supermarkets, which is like Florida's answer to Kroger's, and you go in there looking for alcohol, and 100% of the time that I've gone in, there's never any on the shelf there on the floor. But a number of times I'll walk up to the pharmacy and I'll say, hey, do you guys have any behind the counter? And they usually do, because they keep some back there to spoon feed it to you so that you don't hoard it. Now, there was a local CVS store around the corner from me, and a lot of times when I'm on my way home, I'll drive by there, I'll stop in, I'll go up to the register and I'll ask, excuse me, sir, do you have any hand sanitizer? And that, my friends, is how I scored these 2 little hand sanitizers. So they'll limit you. They'll let you buy either 2 of these, or one day I got like this size here. So I keep these in my car and I hand them out to friends and people that I know from church that need them. Okay, so you're probably wondering, well, which stores tend to have the most stuff like this in stock? The hard to get Lysol spray, the hard to get disinfectant wipes. Where are you going to find disinfectant wipes? Well, through this entire ordeal, I think the 2 stores that have paid off the most for me have been Costco and Sam's Club. And as most people know, because of all of my shop with me's and tool reviews and everything, I'm a member of Costco, Sam's Club, and BJ's, and that has really paid off for me in spades throughout all of this, because even BJ's often has toilet paper and paper towels. So like one day last week, I went into BJ's and I saw the entire aisle with pallet after pallet after pallet was completely filled with Charmin and Bounty. And of course, they're still limiting 1 per person, but there was still a huge amount at the same day that other stores were empty, and friends of mine were on Facebook crying, why can't I find toilet paper? And it was right there in front of their faces. Okay, so usually with these warehouse clubs, man, it's either feast or famine. So you walk in one day and Sam's Club might be completely empty, or BJ's Club might be completely empty, or Costco might be completely empty. You go in the very next day, right when it opens, and boom, it's like the floodgates have opened up, and Costco can have an entire aisle full of pallets of paper towels and toilet paper and cottonelle and bleach. At the warehouse clubs, this is the size. I got this from Costco here, same here. This is what we get there. So if you can score one of these there, you don't have to worry about ever going back to the stores for the next few months to get toilet paper. Hey, you know, the other strategy that you really want to make sure of is that you know exactly what are the best times to show up in line at certain stores around you. It can be different all over the place. So, for example, by my house, the Sam's Club opens at 9. By 8:15 this morning when I showed up, I was like the 10th person in line. Also, the Walmart near my house, they open up at 7 a.m. But when I get there at 6:45, I may be the 5th person in line, sometimes up to the 10th person in line, but I'm in that first short batch of people that gets in the door. Tip number 8, know the exact spot in that store where the product is kept, so you know exactly where to go. Hey, look, people, when those doors open up, it's like Black Friday all over again. Everybody in that line knows exactly where to go. And remember what I said, the uninformed are losers? That's where knowing exactly where these wipes are kept and exactly the exact spot on that shelf, so you can make a beeline and go right to it, and you'll see it from the main aisle even. So that's why when I'm in Sam's Club and I'm running down that main aisle there and I know, oh, this is the aisle, it's down here with the laundry detergent, and I look down there and I see that big empty space that I know exactly where this is. I don't waste my time going down there. I go to the next thing. I'm going, oh, toilet paper now. Oh, let's go check on the other side of the store for the alcohol. You also need to be aware of certain things, like when they get something hard to get like this in stock, do they put it in their normal spot, or do they just put it on a pallet up by the front of the store, or do they put it on an end cap? Those are the little nuances you need to know. All of the cities are warning people not to flush any wipes at all. Baby wipes or cottonelle wipes, don't flush these down the toilet because they jam up the sewer systems. They cause clogs, they cause bursts, they get jammed up in their machines, and they have to keep stopping what they're doing in the city down at the processing plant. And they got to pull all of these machines out, and they got to clean tons and tons and piles of these down. So please, folks, don't flush these wipes. Tip number 9, team up and split up. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is have all of your friends that are going to do this with you watch this video so everybody's on the same page. You all know all of the tips that you're supposed to do, right? So you get 3 or 4 of you. You get up 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever. You split up and go to 4 different stores. I'll go to Costco. You go to Sam's Club. You go to Target. You go to Walmart. And when the store's open, once you're in the door and you've assessed the situation, you text everybody, oh, we got toilet paper over here. And remember, a lot of stores are limiting 1, and the wholesale clubs limit 1 per membership card. So if I'm at Costco and I find toilet paper, I'm going to let you guys know, and you're going to zip over there and meet me and bring your Costco cards with you. Otherwise, you will not be able to buy any. Tip number 10, use useful apps like Facebook and NextDoor to help find if there's stuff in stock at stores near you. So what you're essentially doing, folks, what makes this so powerful is you are leveraging the intelligence gathering capabilities of people in the neighborhoods all around you, because they're all going to be reporting here on the NextDoor app. Oh, I found this there, I found that there. Okay, so I have the NextDoor app on my phone, and of course everybody probably has Facebook. And whenever I'm at a, like BJ's or Sam's Club or Costco, I'll check in, and if they have paper towels or toilet paper right when I enter the store, I take a picture of it, I post it, and I say, it's here, go get it. And on NextDoor app, same thing, I'll post a picture of it. I'll say, hey, guess what? Costco over here had toilet paper, or hey, I just walked out of Walmart, check out this picture I took of the alcohol and the Lysol spray. Tip number 11, choose a well thought out driving circuit to hit all of the stores you want in a circular loop and be done by 9 a.m. so that you can be back in your bed sleeping again by 9:30. What I do is I'm out of the house at 6:30. Walmart opens up at 7, so I'm there for them to open up at 7, and I'm usually done by 7:05 or 7:10 because I go in there, I go back there, whatever they have, I buy, I'm out the door. The next store that opens at 8 a.m. is Target, so I go to Target. I wait for them to open at 8 a.m. Go in there, they either have what I want or I don't. Either way, I'm out of there by 8:05. Then I drive a few miles up the road to Sam's Club, and I'm waiting in line there for them to open at 9 a.m. And when they open up at 9 a.m., I walk in the door, they either have it or they don't, and I'm out. Of course, there's a Walgreens on the way home, there's a public supermarket on the way home. You should be completely done while everybody else is still heading out the door to go to their first store at 9 a.m. You've already completed all your shopping. You've already gotten this whole bounty behind you here, and you're high-fiving each other, you're taking pictures, you're posing on Facebook with your haul. Okay, so I have another quick public service message for you about these disinfectant wipes, because I see a lot of people using them wrong. If you just wipe these on the counter and then wipe it right off and you think that that's going to kill the coronavirus, you're wrong. You've just used it incorrectly. So we made another video that talks about this. I'll put a link to it down on the video description for you below. Make sure you go and watch that video after you watch this one. It's so important. But basically, you don't just go in the store and buy any old wipe. You don't just go in the store and buy any old disinfectant spray. These are all regulated by the EPA, and on the back of each one on the label, there's a teeny tiny EPA registration number. While you are in the store, you need to look up that registration number on the EPA's list N and see if it will kill coronavirus. So please, people, for your own good and for the good of others, make sure you check out that other video. So if you're liking this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That lets us know that you like us. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, hey, make sure you click on that subscribe button down below, like we've mentioned before, and make sure you click on that little bell icon too. That will allow YouTube to alert you every time we upload a video. Well, thank you so much for watching, folks. We appreciate each and every one of you being here today, and we'll see you on the next one.